Hey, you guys. This is Chaka Cotton checking in from the Chair Chat podcast. Our special guest today is one of my friends, one of my new homies from Atlanta, Georgia. Well, I'll let you dive deep on her story herself because I want to introduce you to Miss Angela Murray, also known as Tink. Hey,
Hey,
Tink.
what's up,
What's
girl?
up, honey? How are
I'm
you?
doing good. How are you?
I'm great. First
Awesome.
of all, I want to say thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule to come and speak to the Chair Chat podcast because we know this mama is on the move, okay?
Yes, all the time, but my pleasure.
Yes. So I want to start off with some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Matter of fact, because this Chair Chat podcast is new to the industry, we're going to make sure that we name this section together. You all right with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's
Okay.
dope.
So I think we should call our rapid fire section the hot seat.
The hot seat. Okay.
Yes.
Well, lay it on me. I'm ready for the
Okay.
hot seat.
All right, let's
Not
do
really,
it.
but yeah, I'm as
So
ready as I can
you
be.
see over here like, okay. Like I thought I was ready.
Matter of fact, I think I might have to take a little sip to
There
that
you go.
one.
There you go. Okay. So for the hot seat's first question. Late night client or a picky client?
A late night client.
Natural glam or full glam?
Natural glam.
$1,000 client or a loyal $100 client?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know, right?
Probably a loyal $100 client.
I agree because yeah,
Yeah. We'll dive
we'll
deeper
dive in
into
that
that.
definitely. Instagram famous or fully booked? Now we're talking about you as a makeup artist.
Talking about me as a makeup artist.
So would you prefer to be Instagram famous or fully booked?
Fully
Period.
booked. Yeah, fully booked.
Cancel a client or fix their attitude?
Ooh. I have a way with fixing attitude.
Oh.
So
Oh.
yeah, I'ma say fix the attitude.
And you heard
And
it.
I've did it before. So I already know what you're talking about.
So, in other words, don't come to her chair playing games. She's gonna get you, honey.
But politely.
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 You know, we keep the pinky finger up.
Right.
No brows or no lashes. If you were down to your last minute.
If I'm down to my last minute, no lashes.
No lashes.
Yeah.
Okay. Blend or bake. Talkative client or silent client.
I like talkative. Yeah. Don't come in my chair all, cold
Cold and clammy.
yeah. You're gonna have to give me a little bit of personality because I have personality and I got a way to bring it out. So
Yes, I love that. Okay, so she made it through the hot seat, guys. So yay!
Made it through the hot seat.
Look, and you didn't even listen. You
Cheers.
Cheers. You didn't even hesitate.
Nope.
I love that.
Thank you.
Okay, so now
Sit to that.
okay. Who is Angela Murray when the brushes are down? Tell us about you.
When the brushes are down, I am a mother first. I'm a mother first. And a bad bitch second.
No, let me say that.
No, but all jokes aside, I really like to take care of me. Self-love is everything, right?
Everything.
So when the brushes are down, I'm praying, I'm fasting, I like to take time by myself, whether it's if I want to take myself to dinner,
yes,
go to the park, take a nice walk. But I also like to party a little bit. I don't go out a lot.
Okay.
But I will get out and dibble and dab and have a good time and then go back home to my son like I wasn't just
As
outside.
you should. Look, you know how us mommies do. You know, we have to have a
Yeah,
life ourselves. So,
yeah.
absolutely.
But I love to travel. So, every year I'm always going somewhere exotic. Um, and I have like a few other hobbies on the side. Um, I'm I was a background dancer before I was a makeup
Okay,
artist.
Tink.
So I like to jump in to maybe some classes and you know get my
Period.
dance on.
Yes.
And then I like to skate. I like to go to arcades.
Girl,
I
listen.
like to do fun stuff. I'm not, you know, in a box.
That's
I don't
it.
like to shelter myself. I kind of like to do, you know,
Fun
fun
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
like to live.
Yeah, I like to live.
She
That's
like to
the
live.
word. I
That
like to live.
we are living around here. We are not just, all work and no play. We like to play a
Mhm.
little bit.
Yep, because I work hard. So
Work hard, play
I
hard.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So about this whole skating thing, when I found out that you skate, I was like, oh baby, we need to throw these skates on and hit it.
Yep. I've been
Yeah.
skating since I was a teenager. And two of the most popular skating rinks here is Golden Glide and of course
Cascade.
Cascade.
Yes.
Yeah, so back when I was younger, it was all about Golden Glide because it was not too far from the house and my mom could drop me off
Quick.
and back then we can go to the skating rink by
By
ourselves and
yourself.
it wasn't a problem.
Now it's a
Nowadays
whole
it's a
club.
whole club or they have curfews now because the kids just don't know how to act
Girl,
these
and they
days.
take over.
Yeah, they like what's going on right now, the teen takeover all over the
Yes.
city is crazy.
I'm like, if somebody don't pull out a belt and put these little babies to bed, like, please stop
Man,
playing with
I'm
us.
telling you, it's really sad.
It
It's really
is.
sad because they don't have, the freedom to, express themselves like we did when we were younger,
That's so true.
And yeah, it's just like it's not safe anymore for our kids. It's not safe.
Times are so different now.
Yeah, it is.
So tell me about you as an artist. When did you realize that you weren't just doing makeup? Like, when
When
did
did
you
you
realize
realize
you
you
were
were
actually
actually building
building
a
a
brand?
brand?
Hmm. I would probably say it was around maybe 2010. And I got a call from a photographer named Gino Mazzelli.
Okay.
He's really popular here in Atlanta. And he called me and he said, I have two client. Well, it was one client at the time, but I ended up picking up another client from them seeing me do makeup on the first client. So that was really
Good.
dope. And he called me. He was like, I have my client Claudia Jordan, and she has a photo shoot, and I show her your work, and she likes it, and she wants you, to come and give her Tink beat, for a
Come
photo
on,
shoot. So
King B.
yeah, so that was actually my first celebrity client.
Come on.
And thank you Gino so much, like, because that first booking really put me on the map as a not just a professional makeup artist, but
A
I
celebrity
yeah,
artist.
celebrity artist. And don't get me wrong with the with saying celebrity makeup artist, because I'm not just doing celebrities, I am the celebrity.
Come. Listen.
Don't get that confused,
That's
because
right.
to be honest, celebrities are like us. They are regular people, whether we know
Absolutely.
it or not. They're just in the spotlight.
Absolutely.
So I adore not only my regular clients, but I adore my celebrity clients too. It's a handful.
I love
It's a
that.
handful, but I've been there. All parts of being a makeup artist and having to, you know, travel with them,
Right.
be a listening ear,
Yes.
you know.
Because they don't have anybody to talk to. Like so many people are after their fame or their fortune. So
Mhm.
it's like to the point where they just want a moment to be normal, or they want a moment to, have a real friend or somebody who's not plotting on them.
Right.
So it's good that you brought that to the surface, because a lot of people don't realize they too are people. They're just people. Like they said, they're just in the spotlight.
Right.
So that's good. That was actually awesome. So you mentioned
the Tink beat. Tell us,
Yes,
what does the
Tink
Tink
beat
really mean, honey? Break it down for us.
Well, okay, so I gotta go back to me being a professional dancer. I was given that name.
Okay.
I really can't define the word Tink myself, but
Okay.
if I had to define it, it would probably be man, that's why didn't I think about this before I came?
Girl,
But
listen.
I would probably have to say magical.
Yes, come
Magical.
on. Because you think of
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
You think of her being a fairy.
Yes.
I'm a fairy. Wow. I'm looking.
Hey.
No, but yeah, you think of Tinkerbell, and she had her ways, in the movie Peter Pan, and her being magical. So I probably would have to say that would be my definition of a Tink bee. It being magical, and it transforming you into or not just transforming, but enhancing you,
I love that.
in a way to where it's magical.
But you know what? Transforming
And
is
it's
actually
actually
a
a
good word too,
because
we
we
as
as
women, we can transform.
Right.
Baby, listen, everybody has to think of that, so I can't even
have to
say
say
we as women.
Right.
any and everybody who puts on a face, you see a total transformation in our attitude, the way we move, the way we walk,
Yeah,
talk.
it give us
you
this
know.
certain confidence that
Absolutely.
we want to use to our advantage. Because after you put that makeup on and you put that outfit on and you step out that door, baby, that's all you got, right?
That's it.
That's it. We outside.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm a
so
little.
what's
I'm
the
sorry.
moment?
Girl, I don't know why I'm over here sweating bullet. Man, look, let me tell you.
What's the one moment that you knew that I'm that girl in this industry? Because, everybody doesn't have full confidence in what they do. So, it's one of those things to know, like, okay, I do this and it's cool. But for you to do it and to know, like, no, I'm really doing this. Like, I'm that girl.
So when I first started, let's just roll back to when Instagram first launched.
Okay.
When Instagram first launched, I was just posting anything.
Okay.
I was young, of course, in my early 20s. I was young, I would just, it was like, wow, it's social media now. People can see what you're doing. You can post pictures, videos. So I kind of was just posting anything, living my life. I would go on trips and I would, post pictures of me being, on different islands or wherever I was traveling to.
Okay.
And I remember like my friends, telling me like how good I was, with the makeup. So I kind of like took my friends' advice.
Good.
I took their advice and I kind of like took everything off my Instagram. Like every picture that I felt like was maybe too provocative or too crazy looking, that it didn't add up to me having a brand on Instagram. I took all that down, right?
Okay.
And I started posting nothing but makeup. Clients, the camera wasn't as good as it is now.
Definitely not. It was definitely not 4K.
Yeah, it wasn't 4K, but it was still good enough.
Right.
And the pictures shine through.
Good.
And I started getting a lot of, people following me.
Okay.
And they started to notice that I was posting nothing but makeup.
Like,
right?
she is really about her
friends,
business.
family, and I started to, get a little bit of clients to trickle in here and there. But it was this one particular night, and I don't want to give you too much on my background.
Okay,
because I thought about saying this on camera, but when the cameras turn off, I'll give you that backstory. I just think that it's just a little bit too much for me to put out there, especially with the brand that I'm growing.
Absolutely.
Right? But it was this one particular night.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my girls, we went to Magic City. Y'all know about Magic City, right?
Everybody knows about
Everybody know about Magic City. And me and my girls, we got some ones, and we were standing by the stage. And I had a couple friends that was working at Magic too, so we were familiar with the owners and the girls that worked there and security, employees, all that. Because we be outside.
Exactly. Listen, we need to be plugged. If we coming outside,
right.
VIP.
Exactly. Yeah. VIP. We don't have to stand in no lines. We just call and they come get us from the door, all that, right?
Exactly.
So me and my friends, we got some ones.
Okay.
And we both got like 1,000 apiece. Back then we thought we was balling. Okay. We thought we was balling. Just imagine we 20, 21, 22.
Yeah, because that's a lot of,
Yeah, at that time you get 1,000 ones to throw on the girls. They all like,
hey, I'm
what's
coming
up?
Right,
exactly.
I'm coming to your table.
Right. So we was by the stage and we was spending money. And I look to my left and it's Wale. Wale walking in. Okay. And at the time, Wale was a rising artist.
Right.
He was a rising artist. He had, a new single out. And, in Atlanta, when you see celebrities, especially if you're from here, it's not really more of a starstruck type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh crap, there go Wale.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, like I said earlier, celebrities are like regular people.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of like keep your cool. And I just wasn't a I wasn't a starstruck type of female.
Right.
So, I kind of just like, spoke, gracefully, but we was still turned up.
Of course.
But of course, Wale came over there and, because he's a rising artist, he ain't gonna be like, well, no celebrity in Atlanta is really like that. Like, they gonna speak to you.
That's so true. Yes.
They're gonna speak to you, especially if they like the vibe or they like something that they see.
Exactly.
So Wale came over there to all of us and we throwing money. He was like, gang, I want to party with y'all.
Right, like y'all doing it.
Right. Like, let me get some ones. So he gets some ones and we all standing around the stage and we throwing money. And he's like, I want to take a picture with y'all. Okay. Right? So somebody grabs a phone and takes a picture of me and all my girls with his phone.
Okay.
With his phone. Not my phone, not his phone. So somebody took the picture. I can't remember because it was a while ago.
Right.
But someone took the picture and what does he do? He hands me his phone.
Okay.
And he basically puts the picture into his Instagram.
Girl.
And he was like, here, tag all of y'all IGs.
Okay.
At this time, I probably had like 1,000 followers.
Right.
Yeah, 1,000 followers, from just doing makeup.
Okay.
Right. And I tagged all of our Instagrams. Mm-hmm. And he posted the picture. He posted the picture to his Instagram.
Shout out to Wale for being the big poster because that's what blew up your following, right?
Let me tell you. No lie. True story. Overnight.
Okay.
I had 10,000 followers.
Girl, where they do that at?
Overnight. It was like, what?
Like where these people come from?
Now there was a lot of what's the word? There was a lot of I can't think of the word. when people be saying a lot of stuff on what is
Okay,
it?
like them trolls, the trolls that be on there,
Yeah,
just
the trolls. Yeah, they were on there, baby. The trolls was coming for
okay,
all of us,
okay,
okay?
of course,
Of course, they like, oh, they must be hooking up. You know that.
of
Yeah,
course. They always
but
gonna assume the
I
worst,
didn't know Wale from a can of paint.
right?
He just liked our vibe, and he liked our personalities and how, live we was, and
Yeah,
we was turning up together,
and it was just
and
that.
it was just that. And he posted the picture of us because he was having a good time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and that got me 10,000 followers overnight, which literally blew my brand up.
Absolutely.
Over time, of course, because all these followers are fans of his, so
True.
it could either go left or it
Or
could
it could
go
go
right,
right. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But it went right because I leveraged the followers
That's
to,
right.
I kind of like, reeled them in slowly,
Absolutely.
and I was posting, my makeup, but I also would post me because I am the brand,
I was just getting
right?
ready to say they need to be able to translate you with the work and like, okay, let's get a feel for who she is.
Hmm.
I
And I
love
have
it.
a background in modeling too, so I was doing a lot of photo shoots,
Good.
posting pictures of myself, not just pictures of my business.
You gave them
So,
a nice little selection to show,
mhm,
like, hey, it's more than just these brushes. Like,
yep,
I am a total package.
yep.
I
And
love that.
after posting, and growing my brand, I slowly began to get more clients and more clients. And back then, I was doing full face for $50.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
it was
full faces were
yeah, it was 45 starting off, 50 if you wanted like
glitter.
glitter or cut crease. I'll add a $10 or $15 fee on top. But you could get a full face for me for no more than $65.
Exactly.
And that rate grew over time. But I was booked every weekend. I was doing at least 10 girls on a Saturday.
Because that was a lot back then.
Hmm.
That 65 was a lot back then. That was like, hey, I'm the heavy hitter. Because if you were doing makeup back then and it was just subpar, 30, $40, but you knew.
And I remember it like yesterday. I was working in, what was it called? Simply. Oh my God, my memory right now is, yeah. But
Honey.
I was working in a salon that was owned by another makeup artist named Tavia. Shout out to Tavia MUA. That's my girl. Um, and that was the first salon I had ever worked in. And that salon had me booked out every
That is
weekend.
beautiful.
And that's when I knew I was that girl.
Come on with the I'm that girl.
That's
And
when
I
I knew I
know
was that
it.
girl because I was booked every weekend solid. I would start maybe 10 o'clock and I would not leave the salon some nights till like I was on my grind, baby.
I love
I would
that.
leave, I would have 700, 800, 1,000 a day
Easy.
just being booked solid every hour on the hour.
That's
and I was
right.
taking girls every hour. I would, stop to eat or take a bathroom break, but baby, those early 20s, I was grinding it
Like,
out.
listen, I don't have to eat. We're not gonna eat right now. We're gonna get these faces beat, and yeah.
Which also kind of burnt me out later on, but we'll talk about that later.
Most definitely, you better know.
So
Tell
tell
us
us something. What's something that you think that you struggle with that nobody knows?
Mm.
or that somebody would never guess, so to say. Like, of course, when people look at our social media, they like, they're pretty much like, oh, they have it all together. Everything is perfect in your life.
What would you say is that thing that they would never guess?
So I could probably say this now. Back in my early 20s, I didn't have any of those, issues. But like when I got to like my 30s,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I struggled with my mental. I struggled with my mental. That's because I had a lot of things going on personally that I couldn't break, you know.
Okay.
So I struggled a lot with consistency in my business,
Okay.
and communication
Mm-hmm.
was another problem of mine. And at one point, I started to shut myself off from a lot of my clients and not communicating properly,
Okay.
which hurt me a little bit
Yeah.
in my business. But transparency is everything. And when you bring that out, you know, and you let your clients know, you know, that you're being transparent with them. I was going through something in my life and I had to heal, you
Yes.
know, from those things in order for me to be consistent and, you know, have more communication, you know, with my people that I know truly cared and truly loved me for who I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that worked over well with their clientele. Like they gave you the respect and the
Mhm.
courtesy to be able to give you enough grace to say, okay, I'll work with you and come back.
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I love. You know, people love to connect with human characters and traits
Mhm.
because a lot of times when we act like, oh, everything is perfect, everything is flawless, you know, it's and then you finally make a mistake,
Mhm.
it's like they kind of put you on this pedestal like, oh no, baby, you can't make a mistake.
Right.
You're on this, you know, uh God's type of level, you know, where it's like, no, there's no room for that. Like
Right.
you're supposed to be flawless.
Mhm.
But I love, you know, when we connect with our people and we let them know, like, you know, I'm just like you.
Mhm.
You know, I'm just balancing a whole lot of things all at once.
Right.
So
Family,
yes,
business, relationships.
yes,
Yeah, it could be a lot, you know, especially when you're a single parent. But we'll get into that too as well.
definitely.
Yeah.
So what separates a good makeup artist from a booked out makeup artist, in your opinion? Because of course we all know this is opinionated. So, in your opinion,
hmm. Ask me the question one more time.
what what separates a good makeup artist from a booked out makeup artist? Because you have some makeup artists that are booked out.
Mhm.
Um, they may have nasty habits, but they booked out just because the work is nice, you know.
Right.
But people don't know behind the scenes, baby. Them brushes could be dirty as all get out.
Mhm.
So, in your opinion, what separates a good artist from a booked out artist?
What separates the two is that the booked out artist may not have the loyal clientele that the good makeup artist has
I love that answer.
because um, they might have a lot of followers. They might just, it might be somewhat of a clickbait when it comes to their artistry on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
but they might not have the proper, maybe might not have proper communication. They might have a bad attitude. They might have, you know, they might not be as sanitary as the good makeup
Mm-hmm.
artists. um, it could be a plethora of things, but I feel like the good makeup artists will always have those loyal clients to keep coming back, even if they're gone for 6 months to a year. They
Exactly.
always gonna remember you in the back of their head, and it'd be like, oh my God, like I know I haven't been to you in 3 years, but I thought about you and I found you on Instagram and you were still doing makeup and here I am. Like, and that makes me feel good as a makeup artist.
It does. That feels amazing.
Yeah, it feels amazing because I do have clients that really don't do makeup on a daily basis,
Mm-hmm.
that they only come to me for bigger events, or maybe a birthday dinner or a gala, because Atlanta always has stuff going on. Maybe even if it's a concert,
Baby, Atlanta keep it popping.
they will think about those good makeup artists, and they will come back. Even though they're gone for a long time,
You said it.
you're going to see them again. Trust and believe.
You
So
said
I
it.
feel like that's what separates the booked out artists from the good makeup artists. Like, you can, as much as you could be booked out, it may be some things that, prohibit you from having those loyal clients.
Because that clickbait is real.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen how
people have good marketing, and
yes,
they have good posting skills. Maybe it's something about the way they edit their photos, or maybe because, trust and believe, all these makeup artists, they editing their photos.
They are editing photos. Left and
They
right.
not raw, okay?
I'll be like, baby, what just happened? Like, she don't look like that in person.
Mm-hmm.
Like what happened?
Right. So, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Little T gets there. These photos ain't all natural.
They ain't. Let me say they not raw.
No,
okay?
no. Like, you got the edited version.
Right.
Okay. Have you ever had a difficult client in your chair? And what happened? Like, we need all the tea.
Okay, so I would have to say, ooh.
We're not using no names.
No names?
No names.
Okay,
you don't
no
have
names.
to use names.
Okay. There was two.
Okay.
There was two.
Now, were these celebrity clients, or these were your loyal regulars?
So, no, neither.
Okay.
No, wait, I take that back. Neither. One was a celebrity.
Okay.
She's a celebrity now. She was up and coming, a rising artist then.
Okay.
And then one was a client that was coming to me for their first time.
Okay.
And she was referred to me from someone else.
Got it.
So someone that I, one of my loyal clients referred her to me. Yeah. So I'll start with the celebrity first. And she was a rising artist. I'm going to give y'all a little hint. She was on Love and Hip Hop.
Okay.
And I love her down, okay? Love her down. Like, I genuinely like her as a person.
Okay.
But when I did her makeup, it was the very first time I met her.
Right.
And she wasn't as big as she is today.
Okay.
Right? So she was, she was that girl on Instagram.
Okay. So she was Instagram
famous.
She was
Instagram famous, and I love her. Okay.
Absolutely.
Love her down. But that first time I did her makeup, it was a total nightmare.
What happened?
She would not be still.
Oh my
for
God.
nothing. She was all over the place, and it was hard to do that makeup. Okay. It was the hardest makeup job ever.
Wow.
Ever. Like, because she...
Girl, no. Are you serious?
Like, I mean, she all over, like, would not be still, eating, like,
no,
on her phone, like, girl, like, it was just like, oh my God.
Like, how can you please?
Yes, that I felt like I wasn't even able to get a great picture from that, or give her my best work.
Absolutely.
To where she wanted to use me again.
Right. You're like, oh Lord, she's not gonna like it because I don't know what
even the picture I took of her.
Okay.
I still have it to this day. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
But baby, that makeup was not makeuping. Okay. It was
baby, help.
It was, yes, the eyebrows was harsh. Like, it was like, this don't look like my work that I'm proud of. It was just like, It was yeah.
Like it's just here.
It was yeah. But I do have that picture and I'll show it to you. But now that I look back at it, like and the opportunity,
Okay.
you know, I just thank God for the many opportunities that I've had over the years and the people that I've touched, regardless if they ever used me again or not. But I will say this, and she probably got too many followers to know who she followed, but she still follows me on Instagram to this day. So
Good.
I've never like got a like from her
Okay.
or because she probably don't even remember me doing her makeup, you know.
Honey.
And I actually have worked with her makeup artist a few
Since
times.
then.
Not since then, because now she's a global artist,
Okay.
but I worked with her makeup artist on a few different jobs, and it's just nice to know that if we ever ran into each other, she probably would remember me.
That's good.
Yeah. So
I love that because it's always a good thing to know that, hey, I'm still in your follow list because at some point in life, we will cross paths again.
mhm.
And who's to say that your pictures or, your makeup work is not still popping up in her feed randomly? So she may
But
see
you
it
know
and,
what? But you know what I do think? God works in mysterious ways. I feel like I'm going to see her again. Maybe I'll get to do her makeup again. I never know.
most definitely.
You know, I get calls that shock me still to this day. You know, so.
That's how we met, right?
Yep, yep, sure
on
was.
on the set for Miss
Miss
Kimberell.
Kimberell.
Yes,
Love her down.
I'm trying to tell you, love her
Yes.
down.
She gave me a nickname too.
What was the nickname? Do you remember?
Give me 2 seconds.
Baby,
I'm gonna remember. Hold on.
because every word that came out of her mouth,
Wow, what was the
we were sitting
nickname
there
she
like,
gave me?
like what you say? Say it again.
She gave me a nickname and she was like, you should start a makeup line with this name. I'm gonna think of it.
Okay, so don't say it because we need to get that patented and branded and all of
yeah,
that
you right.
before we put that on out there because when
right.
it hits the market, y'all gonna know. Okay.
And I probably won't use it as a business company name. I probably would use it like in a way where I'm naming a lip gloss after it
I love that.
something like that.
I love that. That's good. But like you said, God works in mysterious ways. So shout out to the new #1 seller. We just gonna put that out in the atmosphere already.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, tell me something that clients do that annoys the heck out of you. Like they don't know it because we don't get a chance to say it. Of course, our professional courtesy, we don't always express every little thing that's like, but what is something that they do that completely annoys you?
Okay, so I'm. It's not really easy to annoy me doing makeup.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It is. When you're a people person, that makes sense.
Yeah. I've worked with so many people in this industry that I know the habits that people have when they're getting a makeup service that I kind of work around it.
You've trained yourself to not even let it be a nuance.
Exactly. But if I had to say, probably would be holding their head down in their phone. Because I need you to lift your head up for me to be able to see.
I can't see what I'm doing.
I can't see what I'm doing if your head down like this. Because there has been times where the chair is not high enough.
That's true.
So now I'm breaking my back.
He's down
now I'm breaking my back. Girl, lift your head up, baby. I can't see.
Like, can you let me see your eyeball? I'm trying to get this line under there.
Right. Or a famished client. She come in and she's so hungry that she done order some food. In a minute she sit in my chair. Girl, let me eat this food right quick. And now I got to wait till you get done chewing.
Because her face greasy.
Yeah, that part.
You be sitting there talking about some soul.
But I would literally say, hey, you need to eat, baby. I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait. It's not a big deal. Like, you know, you have to have patience sometimes in this industry,
Definitely.
you know, and if you can't give someone grace,
Ooh,
man,
because you're going to need it.
exactly.
It's always going to boomerang right back
Mhm.
around to you. So
Exactly,
dish it
because
out
we've
so you can
gotten
get it back.
right, because we've gotten so many graces, right?
Come on.
Sometimes we pull up late.
Ooh.
Sometimes we
Woo!
were stuck in traffic, and you had to call your client like, I'm gonna be 15 minutes behind, and they give you
20.
grace.
Give me
So
20.
if they're hungry or if they got a call and it's an emergency, you give them grace.
Absolutely. I love that because, honey, my grace period was a standard 20 minutes for,
Mhm.
the nice early
But
part of my
I'm gonna say this
journey.
because I think that's a problem in business for a lot of service providers.
Absolutely.
They nitpick on you being late or you missing your appointment time. It's like, and they charging you
Late
$25,
fees.
$50 for a late fee.
Mhm.
Like, before I charge somebody that kind of money, I need to be fully booked. If I got time, like let's say I got 3 clients for the day, right?
Right.
And I got an hour, maybe 2 hours in between my last 2 clients, and my first client is running late.
Mhm.
And I'll kind of ask, like, well, why are you running late? Like, just keep
Like,
it
what's
real.
going on?
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And if it's a good enough reason, I'm gonna let my client know, like, hey, well, my next client is not until 3 o'clock. I understand you running behind. Just, at least let me know ahead of time so that I'm not, just sitting around waiting,
Thank
wondering
you.
why you're late. You know what I mean?
I hate
And
it.
that's
Yeah.
the grace that I'm talking about, because why am I charging that client $50 because she's late and it's a good reason why she's
Right.
late?
Anything
I'm
could
gonna
happen.
ask, and if she keep it real and be like, it's okay, like calm down, get
Mhm.
because it could be a reason that person needed to be late.
Absolutely.
Like it could have been an accident, it could have been anything.
Anything.
So I kind of like to give, my clients that incentive, because you just never know when you're going to need the grace.
Come on and say that. I love it.
So
So
let's
let's
talk
talk
about
about
pressure,
pressure
because
because
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
people
people
fold
fold
under
under
pressure.
pressure.
I'm sorry, hold on. I
No,
might
you
have to
good.
cut this part out. I know what's going on. That's why I had a little tissue right there. Cause my allergies be
This is definitely allergy season.
yes.
It is
The pollen is out. The pollen, and I'm over here like, did I miss my makeup? I know. Okay. Right.
Pollen, honey. I'll be with the tissue all on my makeup. So I hope this powder works,
Right,
honey.
cause baby, sound like somebody mama, cause baby.
So
with pressure being a thing that makes
a lot of people fold, because a lot of people don't
don't
do
do
too
too
well
well.
under pressure.
What's
pressure?
listen? Come on,
I
and say that.
because I thought it was just me.
Mm-mm.
I thought I was crazy because I love pressure. But what's the most high pressure moment?
That you've had behind the scenes.
Ooh, I would have to say. So I've worked on only 2 TV shows.
Okay.
My whole career. Um, and that's not the last, but my first TV show ever was Celebrity Dream Wedding. My Celebrity Dream Wedding for VH1.
All right, I love it.
And I was the head makeup artist for that. There was 3 cast members, um, and I was really the only makeup artist.
Really?
Yeah, I was the only makeup artist. And because it was a wedding show, there was times where I had to fill in as a makeup artist for the actual bride. So I really loved working on that show because I gained clients from that show.
Good.
And I gained a friend, which is like a sister to me now, because she never left me as a client. And I did her makeup for her wedding on the actual TV show.
I love
So
that.
that was really dope. And that TV show was a lot of pressure, being that I was the only makeup artist and early time, early times to set would be 7, 8 a.m. And sometimes we only had a certain amount of time for everybody to be glammed and ready to go, like for filming. So they would be like, you got an hour and 30 minutes, but I got to glam 3 people. And those times brought me a lot of pressure, but you know, I was cool with it. I think that I was cool with it. I think that it really helped me more than it hurt me because some of my best work came out from me being pressured.
Wow. It made you realize your true potential.
Like you can say, um, it takes me an hour or it takes me 2 hours to do someone's makeup.
Okay.
But if you're pressured and they tell you you got 30 minutes, baby, you gonna get that face done in 30 minutes.
You're gonna be over here like Flash.
So
look, I need a Zorro.
right. And I do weddings too as well. So I think that me doing a lot of weddings helped me time myself and be able to move quick and efficiently, get everybody done out the chair,
In and out.
Yeah.
I love that because a lot of people, like we were saying, honey, they fold under pressure. They don't like pressure. They are like, listen, I can't work under pressure. Like, I can't.
Some of my best work comes from me being pressured.
That was definitely me.
Under pressure, sorry.
Yes. Yeah. I love that because it's like you said, it really does bring out the best of you. It's like that hidden little piece of adrenaline that kicks in, and it's like my superpower just kicked in.
Exactly.
I love that.
Tink beat.
Tink beat, baby.
Take them out with the Tink beat, baby.
That's right. That's right. So, have you ever looked at somebody's makeup and was like, who did this to you? Like, just all bad. All bad. I want some names. I want to know. Okay, no. We're going to keep it cute. You tell it. If you tell what you want to tell.
Yes, I have. I have seen some faces. I was like, come on, babe. Just come on over to the Tink beat chair. Like, just come on. Let me fix you up. And I know some makeup artists that will not go behind another makeup artist to fix someone's face. They be like, I ain't doing that. Like, I ain't.
Super snooty.
Right.
For no reason.
But if that was your homegirl, you ain't finna let your homegirl go out like
you.
that.
Can you please help her?
You know,
they need some help.
So, and people have always told me like, you are too nice. Like, I wouldn't have did that. I would, but I have had my share of being on set and another cast member or somebody that's an extra on the show, they got up out of their chair and it was like, baby,
help me.
Yes. And they have came and asked me, could I help them or could I, make something look better, right?
Absolutely.
And I would add my touch to it and it would look like
a totally
different look, or it looked like I did the full face.
I love
like
that.
They didn't touch it at all. But you gotta know how to finagle, or
honey,
fix some shit. You
know
what I'm saying?
I would be honest.
You gotta know how to fix some shit.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want if that was your friend, you wouldn't want her going on camera looking
like
a
hot mess.
So,
I'll be honest and tell you that some of my clients that have been with me for 20 plus years happened because of that. I had to fix somebody else's mistake.
Yep.
And when they seen the compassion that I had to care for them and not just let them go out looking like anything, they was like, oh, baby, we locked in.
Yeah.
And from there, 20 plus, years of relationship. So now they family.
Right.
Y'all know who I'm talking about. So here it is. It's like, yeah, I'm not letting you go. You took care of me. And We locked in. That's it. That's it.
Exactly.
But I have seen relationships, long term family like relationships grow because here it is. Yeah. Who did this to you? Let me help you.
Mhm.
Like, let's get some resolve up in
I
here.
gained a best friend just by asking her, could she be my model? Yeah,
Really?
my best friend over 10 years now.
I
She
love
was
it.
I was working at a makeup counter
Okay.
at Stonecrest Mall called Color You Cosmetics. That was my first makeup job ever before I branched out to do things on my own.
Okay.
And I had a project with them, and we had to pick a character. And my character was Betty Boop. And at the time, um, I was working my night job, and
See, single mother, you was working it out,
I was
okay?
working it out, okay. And yeah, she was so beautiful. I walked up to her and I asked her would she be my model for a makeup project I had, and she didn't know me from a can of paint, and she pulled up on me. She had to drive like an hour to get to
Oh,
me,
so she was showing
and I
dedication right off
wasn't
the
paying
bat.
her nothing. Like, she
Right.
just pulled up, and we've been best friends ever since.
I love it.
Inseparable. We used to live together.
Everything.
Everything. Like,
That's a true best
yeah,
friend.
yeah.
Okay, so we have a lot of new makeup artists arising every day in this
Hmm.
industry. What is one of the things that you feel like they do that's a mistake, a huge mistake that they make in the beginning of their career?
Hmm. That's a good one. Huge mistake would probably
Because
be maybe because I've been there.
yeah, because I was just going to say, go back and think about that one thing that somebody like, oh, I wish somebody would have told me about this
Hmm.
and I would have changed it up. So, in your perspective, that mistake that you could kind of curve and correct these new artists on would be
Probably the structure of their business,
okay.
the way that they take clients, the way that they book clients.
Yes.
For example, I have a makeup artist that works with me on a few jobs here and there. I'll reach out to her
Mm-hmm.
and ask her if she's available. And what I notice that I used to do that she is doing now, that I had to tell her, you have to structure your business correctly
Okay.
or people aren't going to take you serious,
Yes.
is that she wants clients to DM her.
Oh,
And
get out
if
the
they need their
DMs.
makeup. Now, there's nothing wrong with DMs,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like if you don't have your business structured in a way where a client can just click and book,
It's
you are
so time
doing it
consuming.
so backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, there's a lot of up and coming makeup artists that never really had the not well, I wouldn't say knowledge, but they never really had the education
The training
and the
behind it.
training behind
Mm-hmm.
doing makeup. So I see a lot of makeup artists, well, not a lot of makeup artists, but a lot of clients that will come to me and tell me, I tried someone else and I couldn't do it.
Right.
They don't have the education or training behind them being a makeup artist. Because one thing a lot of makeup artists forget is that you are dealing with skin.
Come on.
You are dealing with skin, and the minute that you use something dirty,
Mm.
that person is gonna realize it. Like, they're gonna be like, she ain't alcohol that pencil down, she ain't wipe it down or
Hello?
nothing.
Like
She
I'm
just put it,
itching.
yeah, she just put it on my lip after putting it on the
Oh.
last 3 lips, like before the last 3 pairs of lips before I sat down in the chair. Like, you have to have some type of sanitation, education, training, it's something. Um, and I've been there before. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, you just think you just doing makeup. No. You're not. You're dealing with the largest organ on the body.
The skin.
The skin.
Honey.
Everything is, your pores is open. everything. Like
Everything.
you have to have great sanitation skills. Otherwise, you're not going to have that loyal clientele to keep coming back. So get that training and that education and structure your business right.
Absolutely, because a lot of people are self-proclaiming themselves
Hmm.
as makeup artists,
Yeah,
and honestly, you are not supposed to be a makeup artist unless you hold a license.
baby, YouTube University,
YouTube University got these
right?
girls thinking like, "Oh
Hmm.
yeah, I'm a makeup artist. This is what I do." But yeah, if
And
they
I had
board
to
coming
re-
up, baby, it's a wrap.
yeah, I had to realize that too. I've been to esthetician school,
Mhm.
so I learned, the hard way, you know, being a young makeup artist. I
Absolutely.
had to learn the hard way. So I definitely say that ladies and gentlemen, as makeup artists, please educate yourself. Please get the correct training that you need. Even if you don't go to esthetician school, take those courses and those master classes from other makeup artists, because
Yes.
you can actually learn a lot from other makeup artists. Don't put yourself in a box,
Exactly.
to where you can't get the correct training that you need,
That's so
because
true.
that too can level you up
Oh, most
as an
definitely.
artist. And me too. I Like I said, I learned the hard way. I didn't really take trainings or put myself in education classes to do makeup. I was self-taught,
Right.
and it's a difference. Self-taught makeup artists have to literally grind from the
You
bottom.
have to work harder
You have to work
because
harder because you don't have that license or that training behind you.
it's kind of like you're kind of digging to
To
find.
find your way.
Yes.
And I found my way, but it took a lot of
A lot of
grit,
grit.
grind, hustle,
Yes.
long hours, you name it.
Hello.
I've been on set 24 hours, okay?
Be like, baby, are we
I'm
ever getting out of
tired. I want to
here?
go to sleep. But
Already?
baby, you can't leave till they say cut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we need another touch up on her lips. She done ate her lipstick off.
Hmm.
So, absolutely. Okay, so speaking of these touch ups, do you feel like expensive products really matter?
um, in a way, yes, I feel like it does, but you can get around that. You definitely can get around that with more affordable makeup.
Definitely.
Yeah, you
I've
can get
seen it.
around that. It just takes the right application, the way that you blend, the way that you apply.
It's all about that
It's
wrist
all about
work.
the wrist work. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I love luxury products because it puts you in that luxury category to where you can charge luxury prices.
Absolutely.
Um, you got cheap makeup, they ain't finna pay top dollar for that.
Definitely not, because it's
Mm-mm.
like, honey, I could go and get this
I
and do
can
this myself.
exactly. So I feel like it matters when it comes to a certain type of clientele that you want to reach or gain.
Definitely.
That's when the luxury products matter. But if you just starting off and you got that loyal clientele that don't really care for the luxury products, then yeah, that's where you want to stay. But you're not going to get those top paying clients without the top
Products.
products. Yeah.
That's real. That was one.
Because they're gonna start asking you, well, do you got that? Do you got this? And you're
Exactly.
gonna be like, what is that? I don't know. So
What's your favorite product?
right now, my favorite product on the market would have to be Danessa Myricks Beauty.
Baby, when I tell you, love some Danessa Myricks, shout out to Danessa Myricks.
And I got some things to tell you.
Okay.
So back in my modeling days, I was doing like hair magazines and
Right.
Bronner Brothers.
I love Brana.
Yeah, and I actually been touched by Danessa,
Come on.
but I was just a little girl. I didn't have no clue who she was,
Exactly.
and look at
Just
me
there.
now.
Come on. When I tell you impact.
Yes, impact. And I back when I was a model for the hair shows and the hair magazines, I didn't think that I was going to be a makeup artist then. That was just I was doing what
Modeling, and that was huge for you at that age.
Yeah, it was. It was. Bronner Brothers was really big when I was younger.
It was.
It's still big. It's still huge till this day.
But it was
But it was, yeah, it was back when I was, 16, 17.
Yeah.
I mean, it was huge.
I mean, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like to the point where no matter what state you were in,
people would fly out to come to the Bronner Brothers hair shows. Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah. Like if you weren't there, you basically just missed out on the creme de la creme of events. Like every celebrity was there. Everybody who wanted to meet a celebrity was there. Like everybody was in that building. So I definitely. Yeah, if you were a part of the beauty industry going to the Bronner Brothers back then, and you know exactly the nostalgia that we're talking about.
Yes, amazing.
Amazing. So, what do you think is a lie that the beauty industry tells? Because every industry has their own little secrets and telltales. And what do you think is a lie that the beauty industry tells?
That they don't pay good.
Talk about it.
That they don't pay good. You have to know your worth.
That's it.
You have to know your worth. At the end of the day, you give them what you worth. They can't tell you that they can't pay you that, because they can.
They can. They absolutely can. And they will.
Yep. So know your worth. That's a lie. They can afford it. But I put myself on a pedestal because back then, I would be like, oh, you could just give me this, or you could just. I really, really shorted myself.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, and they know it too.
Yeah, I really shorted myself, and I should have stood firm and believed in myself before I gave them any type of rate. Like that's a lot of the times that's the mistakes I made. Growing up in this industry.
Most definitely.
Is not knowing my worth.
And that's important.
Yep.
Because it shows in your work. It translates on everything that you do. Your price, your work, how you communicate with the client, everything. Have you ever had to humble a client?
Matter of fact,
you told us you did. Now we need the inside scoop. We want to know that.
So I had a client that was referred to me by one of my loyal clients, and this is when I had my studio in the Midtown area. I had that studio for like 3 years. That was like my first studio ever, and I was really proud of myself that I had it that long. And I ended up having to close it before COVID. But she sat in my chair, did her makeup as normal, and then when I was done, she was like, this is what you call you being a good makeup artist? Like, as she's sitting in my chair, she was like, I don't like it. It's ugly. Like, and I got somewhere to be, and I got a book signing, and this makeup, like, I'm about to wipe this off. Like, she just went ham on me.
Wow.
And I'm such a nice person. Like, if it was something that you didn't like, you could have told me, during the process, and I would have changed what I could.
Definitely.
To make it, more suitable for your liking.
Right.
And it hurt because it was like, I've never had somebody to tell me they didn't like their makeup.
And just so blunt like that.
Yeah, it was so blunt, and it was like she was ready to fight.
Really?
And I was just like, you can leave.
So what did you do?
I told her, you don't have to worry about paying me. Just leave. Like, just get out of my studio.
Did you make her wipe her face off?
No, I just told her to get out. Like, because you could wipe your makeup off on your own time, but you're not finna wipe it off in here, treating me and talking to me with no respect.
So I feel you on that. But I will say one thing. I feel like people like that try to nut up so that way they can walk out with a free face.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things like I made her think that I ain't like it, but baby, I'm finna be on the ground with this face.
But she never posted it. She never gave me credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she probably did wipe it off when she left. I didn't
I would have
care.
made sure. I would have
I
like you got the white.
I
I need to see it
person
off before
I
you leave.
personally wanted my peace.
There you go.
You know, I personally just wanted peace. Like, if you unsatisfied, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Take it and leave it.
I'm gonna give you my piece. You gonna give me my piece, and I'm gonna give you these
I
makeup
mean,
wipes.
I still had a deposit, so you know, it is what it is. On
So
the
it
back
wasn't all
end, it
lost.
wasn't all lost, but to each his own.
Definitely.
Yeah, to each his own. But I wanted my peace, and I just wanted to get her to get the
get
hell
on
out
out
of
of
my
there.
studio.
Yes, like you gotta go.
Right,
Girl, I'm a little crazy. I'd be like, oh, you don't like it? You a little crazy? I'm a little crazy too. Wipe it off.
right.
Wipe it off. You ain't leaving out of here with my stuff for free, girl. I done put
Hello.
somebody in the shampoo chair before and be like, oh, you don't
I
like
done
your
ran
hair?
out of tequila.
Girl,
Let's
it's
go. Let's go.
I need a refill. Girl, I'll be like, listen, we going to the bowl because, honey, you ain't going outside with my work acting
Hello.
crazy in the studio, and then as soon as you get outside, you're like, hi. No, ma'am.
Right. Take that shit off.
Take it off. Take it off. I want it back.
I am just a.
I'm
Is
taking
it
it back.
showing in my shirt? Cause baby,
You
this menopause, this early menopause got me like,
look, got a little Perry.
yes, girl.
Little
Little
Perry going on.
perimenopause is doing me so bad right now. Look at it. Look at it.
Girl.
Just look at it.
Look,
I don't even know why I'm sweating. I ain't
That's what
nervous.
happen when you grow up, y'all.
Baby.
That's what happened when you grow up.
Everybody thought I was young.
Look, say we
No, I'm still young, baby. I'm 25.
25. Little deuce nickel.
Right.
Okay, so for you, what does beauty mean to you now versus when you got started? Because you know we've been in the game for a while and we had a whole lot of evolution.
Mm-hmm.
So what it meant in the beginning,
What does beauty mean to me?
Mm-hmm.
Elevation. Elevation. What else? This is a hard one.
But it's good. It got you thinking.
Yeah, it does have me thinking. Okay. So, dang, what was we talking about again? Brain fog is a mug. Okay, so yes, back in my 20s, it was like, yeah, I gotta get this money. You know, I was booked out weekend after weekend after weekend. I was like, man, I'm making all this money, you know. But as I got older, it's more than just helping people, right?
Right.
Because being a service provider, you know, clients come to you not just to get their makeup done or their hair done or their nails done. You know, they're coming to you, you know, with an open heart and an open mind, and they want to feel comfortable so that they can talk to you about anything, you know, that they may be going through, you know. So you kind of give people, you know, what you can handle.
Definitely.
You know,
I feel that.
and right now, I just love the relationships that I gain from doing makeup.
Definitely.
You know, it really changes you when you're going through things and you think that other people's life is easy and simple. And so it helps you mentally.
It does.
It helps you mentally because those people that you think got all this money and, you know, cars and houses, and they're just like you.
Just like you, no
They
different.
no different. So you give a helping hand with making them feel beautiful and confident when they're going through those things, right?
Definitely.
But they also mentally help you as a person,
Hello.
you know? So beauty is more than just the eye of the beholder,
Exactly. Come
you know?
on.
So to me now, it gives me happiness. You know, it makes
Yes.
me feel good that people can get out of my chair and feel their best when they're not feeling their best.
Oh, that was a whole bar.
Yeah.
Oh, clock that.
Clock that T. Yeah.
Oh,
I love making people feel their best when they're not feeling at their best.
I love that.
And it makes me feel good too when I glam myself and I'm not feeling at my best. When I'm done, baby, I'm
Yeah.
feeling myself
Like
now.
I did that.
Yes.
I love that. What's next for Tinker Beauty?
What's next for Tinker Beauty? So I've been working on a cosmetic line for a few years now. I went to China right before COVID,
Yes.
and that trip was crazy.
I can imagine.
That trip was crazy, but you know, you run into hiccups and bumps in the road, you know, and it's been taking me a while to drop it because um, right after COVID, I was having a really hard time because my son had lost his father to complications of COVID, and you know, mentally, I just wasn't there to release or drop anything. And
Yeah.
I've been
Sorry for
sitting on
that.
that product for so long that I ordered and you know paid for,
Mm-hmm.
and everything being shipped back from China, you know it's cheap, but it's not cheap.
Exactly. By the time you
It's
get done with,
especially now with me being a single mom. He was
yeah,
like, I'm risking everything I have to pay for these things and these
absolutely.
products and inventory. And yes, I've had many setbacks with my makeup line and me doubting myself to release it. Like, well, they came out with this, they came out with that, and what if they don't like my product? And you know, I've had my doubts,
Of course, we
and
all do.
of course it you know hurt me in the long run because now I'm just like, damn, I'm sitting on all this product. But one thing I will say is I never gave up.
That is the key.
Yeah, I never gave up, and I still have that inventory, and that inventory will be sold.
Most definitely.
Yeah, if I didn't sell it over the last 5 years, them products will never go out of style. They will never, you know, not be able to be sold. You know, because if you invest in the right products, they're timeless.
That's it.
Yep.
I love that.
Mhm.
And one thing that you said is you never gave up. The whole thing with never giving up, a lot of people do give up on their dreams after going through trauma. A lot of people, feel like, oh, this was, once a dream and it's too late to pick it back up and, money isn't here and all of that. But when God gives you something, I truly believe that it is for you. And I truly believe that trials and tribulations, they do come.
Mhm.
However, He gave it to you,
Mhm.
and our gifts make room for us, and our gifts are things that he doesn't take back. So that's one thing. He gave it to you, it's yours. It's
Right.
just a matter of when you choose
Mhm.
to activate that gift.
Exactly.
So I truly believe when it does come to the market, when you do decide to push and get that first launch on out
Mhm.
there, I truly believe that it will be a huge success, like a viral success.
Yes.
And Atlanta Beauty Network is going to be right there to partner with you to make sure that
Oh,
this is huge.
thank you.
This is what we want to do. Just make sure that every industry professional is able to come together and push each other's projects and,
Mhm.
get this thing out here how it's supposed to be, because McDonald's and Burger King, they on the same street.
Mhm.
They have the same thing.
It's literally no competition
None.
in industry, in any industry that you're in, because it's enough money out here to go
For
around for everybody.
everybody.
And I had to learn that. And yeah, I never gave up because I knew what God had planned for me.
That's
As
it.
long as I kept Him first, and during those hard times, I did find myself, slipping away from the talent that God gave me.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, God works in mysterious ways, and
You better
He
know it.
never let me give up. He never let me give up. I prayed so many sleepless nights when I was going through what I was going through around COVID time, and I had no clientele. My clientele was wiped from up underneath my feet.
Okay.
Like, it was like I had no
Nothing.
bookings, nothing.
Wow.
It was like I was non-existent, and I kept asking God, why me? Why take the one thing that makes me happy?
Mm-hmm.
From making thousands of dollars every week to not making nothing.
Nothing. Like
Nothing.
bone dry crickets on the phone.
But I prayed and I prayed and I stayed consistent with still showing up for myself and showing up for my business, that things started to turn around for me. And I can say this now, that 2026, January,
Okay.
I booked 15 weddings
Come on.
in 1 month.
Let's go.
15. And something that I just betted on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I spent maybe like $5,000 on an advertisement for Wedding Wire.
Okay.
And a lot of people, the Wedding Wire and the Knot, which they're both two of, they say, the the biggest leading websites for weddings in the nation, right?
Right.
And a lot of makeup artists was like, I don't like the Knot. um, I couldn't get any leads off of there, and I wasted my money, and it was scam this and scam that. Yes,
Okay.
there are a lot of phishing and scamming going on any site.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know which ones is trying to scam you. You got to be smart, and
That's
you just
true.
have to pick through, the ones that are actually going to give you a lead or a contract, a signed contract, send you a deposit, and
Thank
you
you.
locked in, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And I can't say that all 15 of those weddings came from Wedding Wire or not. Probably some of them came from my social media because I have the link listed.
Okay.
But just off of last year's reviews and the many weddings that I did pick up from the Wedding Wire, I got picked as 2026 Best of Weddings and Couples Choice Awards for the Wedding and the Knot. So that was a really huge, accomplishment for me, because I put the money and the dedication into emailing every lead, every person that reached out to me. I responded. And that's when I knew I had my talent back in the bag.
Come on.
Because January really showed me that you didn't lose it. It was your faith you lost.
Oh.
And I got that faith back just betting on myself and believing in myself, that I made those $5,000 back in 1 month.
Oh my God.
That I spent on the advertisement in 1 year.
Wow. Faith without works is dead, right? You put the faith behind it, put that work in, and God set it on fire.
Yep. Behind the beauty.
I love that. That is so dope. So when it's all said and done, what do you want your name to mean in this industry? Like when people hear Tink or they hear Tink Her Beauty, what do you want them to think and feel and know about you?
That girl had a big heart.
I love it.
she had a big heart. And what a lot of people don't know is that I was born premature. I had 3 holes in my heart when I was born.
Wow.
3. And I do have a big heart. Those holes were closed on its own. I didn't have to have no heart surgery, no nothing. I was born 2 pounds 4 ounces. I was the size of your hand as a baby.
Wow.
So now, as an adult, I want to be known for that big heart and that energy. That when I walk into a room, that you see my heart, you see the person that I am. That's a beautiful woman inside and out, not just known for her talent or her makeup artistry, but I want to be known as a beautiful person that had a big heart.
I absolutely love that. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
Tink. Oh, I love that. Oh my God. That is beautiful.
And I just, I do anything, if you're a friend of mine, like I'll give you the shirt off my back.
Definitely.
And a lot of people take advantage of that when you don't, put it out there the correct way. But I don't think I've ever let God steer me wrong in any space or any area or anybody's life that I've ever been in. I know that I left a, impression on the people that I've touched.
That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Tink, I want to say thank you for taking time out to be here and do Cheer Chat with us, because this is definitely.
And I appreciate you for letting me be on your. You lost the earring.
It's okay, look.
Right.
It get a little.
Right. You got a little touchy
right.
here. Yeah. But I just want to, thank you for letting me, come on your platform and, give you all the answers to all of your questions. I really appreciate you for thinking of me. And the pleasure was mine. I loved every moment, every question.
Yes.
Yeah, girl, we got some things to put into play, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this 2026, baby, is gonna be an amazing year for us.
Yes, it is, and we're speaking that.
Yep. Behind the beauty.
Yes.
Chair chat. Yeah, you hear that? Chair. Y'all don't forget that name, Chair Chat, okay?
Chair Chat, baby.
Because Chair Chat coming to a city near you, baby.
Hello. Until next time, Mrs. Chaka Cotton signing out with Miss Tink, her beauty.
Angela Murry. Y'all go find me on Instagram.
Yes. Let them know your social media.
Yes.
Handles.
Y'all can go find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Tink Her Beauty, TinkHerBeauty. And they know me as a Tink Beat. So, baby, you can come sit in my chair too. Come get you a Tink Beat.
Say, come on down. Come on down.
Come on down.
Until next time, guys. See ya.
Welcome to Chit Chat. Welcome to Chit Chat. Welcome to Chit Chat.